You ever broken your arm or your leg and then you had to limp? Hi everyone, welcome back to another session. Today I'm with Irene and yeah, she's here. You asked for her and here she is.
Hi guys.
So today we're going to learn how to make an hamstring and an elevation string. Have you ever had a broken appendages? I mean, have you ever broken your arm or your leg and then you had to limp? Let me know. Comment down below on the comment section. Tell us how's the experience. Did your hand swell a lot or it was small? And how was the experience? Where were you? Were you near an hospital or you're away? People have different experiences and we're just going to show you how to manage the situation once you break your arm and you are not near an hospital, so you'll need a first aid to be administered to you, then you're taken to the hospital. Once again, when Irene is home, you become your dummy. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Anne. So today, as Anna said, you're going to learn how to make two things. Number one is an arm sling and the other one is an elevated sling. So an arm sling, we make an arm sling whereby you can see or you can identify that your casualty has had the upper arm injuries or the casualty has a wrist injury. The casualty can also be able to bend their elbow. A casualty who has had a rib fracture or a chest injury is also entitled to make an arm sling. And also the arm sling helps us to hold the arm horizontally and slightly raised. This helps to support the arm in a good position as we take the casualty to hospital. So the first thing when you're making an arm sling, you'll require a triangular bandage. So a triangular bandage, we said that we have the shorter side, which is this one, and the longer side. And then here at the middle, this side, we call it the apex. The apex. So our trick is always ensure that the apex is at the elbow. The apex should always be at the elbow. So I will assume that my casualty has incurred an injury on the right arm. So what I will do is I'll advise my casualty to support the arm with the uninjured arm as I prepare my triangular bandage. So from there, I'm going to tuck in my bandage like that. Just slightly push it a little bit forward. It's okay. So you can either choose to bring it on this side or towards this side. So that means that the apex, as I've said, is always at the elbow. So when I take the other strand, it's going to go on the opposite side, just like that. So whichever side you feel you're comfortable with, it's still okay. So you can advise your casualty to let go and help you support the arm from the outside, just like that. Relax. Ensure that you don't choke the casualty when you're tying the arm sling. That is why I said you can choose to prefer it either this way or the other way, whichever you feel is best and comfortable with you. So from there now, I'm going to tie my knot here. So it's always also best to check if your casualty has a cloth that has a collar. That's best, you can tie your knot. But if not, and you have an extra bandage, you can look for one, place it underneath. You can place it underneath and then tie your knot so that we don't end up bruising the casualty's skin along the neck or along the shoulder. From there now, at the apex here, I'm going to tie I'm going to twist the apex. And then tuck in. It helps to provide more support. Ensure that at least the small finger has been supported. You can leave the rest of the fingers for something we call capillary refill test, whereby you just press the tip of the fingers for about 5 seconds. Then when you release, blood flow is supposed to come back along the fingertips within 2 seconds. If it takes more than that, then it means that the circulation of blood has been impaired. So you should either loosen the sling or the bandage, or try another position that will best encourage the circulation of blood along the injured arm. So from there now we can take our casualty to hospital. But if wherever you are, our roads are like where Anne is, very rough and bumpy, so as you're taking the casualty to hospital, the arm will keep on unnecessary movements that will lead to more pain and might lead to more damage. So you might try to look for something else, and another triangular bandage or a cloth that you can be able to tie. Come and create a broad fold. And in this, I always say that the larger the broad fold, or the broader the broad fold, the more the support. So what I'm going to do is I'll have to come and put it at this position. Guys, remember, in this situation, my casualty does not have any upper arm injury. Because if the casualty has incurred an upper arm injury and we come to place this one, it's going to add more pain and damage. So if the casualty does not have the upper arm injury, you can secure the injured arm additionally using this broad fold. So I'll just come place the broad fold along the injured arm. Then underneath the shoulder of the left arm, I'm going to tie my knot there. Also, if you have any extra bandages, you can put a pad before you place the knot. Then ensure that you provide support to this arm. At least this one will try to restrict the unnecessary movements that might result from the several factors like we've just talked about. And now we can take the casualty to hospital. Our second management for hand injuries is the elevation sling. And elevation sling helps to reduce the swelling. It also improves the circulation of blood and controls bleeding on the injured area. It also helps to support the arm, since it is going to be in an elevated position, and it also supports the forearm, which is this part, in a best position in case the casualty has incurred any injury. So let us make the elevated sling. So you're going to, assuming this is my injured hand, my casualty's injured hand, you're going to place it on an elevated position whereby the fingers are going to touch the tip of the shoulders. Then we are going to pick our triangular bandage. Remember, we said that the apex should always be at the elbow. So I'm going to place my triangular bandage like that. Then just tuck it in a little bit. It will enable me to place the whole bandage inside. Then from there, the rest of the bandage, I'm going to pass it at the back of the casualty's at the back of the casualty, just like this. Kidogo tu. So you can choose to leave a few fingers outside for capillary refill test. Come and tie your knot. Tuck in the loose endings. Then at the apex, we are going to do our twist up, twist, and tuck in. Then you can transport your casualty to hospital. I hope you learned how to do the elevated sling and the arm sling. In case of any question, link on the comments below. Thank you.